Broom broom, motherfuckers! This is the review. First ever video review. How many words was that? Those were many words, right?
Those are
yes, many words, yes. The first ever video review. And the movie we'll be doing is The Fate of the Furious. Zach, do not exhale. You're going to make people think this is a shitty movie, which it is. And, yes, oh man, I just walked out of the theater beat, man. I was exhausted. You?
I have such mixed emotions. I'm so excited for this. And
you could just vent
so much. Right here, Fred. Right.
Oh, I just gotta say, man, it's so many dumb things went on in this movie. I feel stupid for judging it. You know, it's like making fun of that one kid with disabilities. It's like there's no, right. You can't do that. It's like I feel stupid making fun of this movie for being stupid, and it's. You know what? How about this? Let's just go right and let's just dive in, man. What about the major focus of this movie, which is the action scenes?
There was a focus.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. What do you think?
For a franchise that builds itself upon action sequences, wow. Those are really bad action sequences.
Oh my god. Not in a good long while have I seen movie action scenes so choppy and so quick edited that you can't see anything that's going on. Even the action scenes that were well filmed were just average. They never, went beyond. Like, they never took it as crazy as they did in the last movie, which is, at least for me, the one movie that I saw, except for the first one. I've only seen those two before this one. I mean, but you kept up.
I've seen all.
The end. They're your real family.
I need to stop that line.
No, it's not happening. No, man.
I have to go through them. I don't know. Once I start a series, I don't care how painful it is. I just keep plowing through just to see where it's gonna go.
That's where I'm at with The Walking Dead. The quality's getting low, but I've stuck around for so long. I gotta know what happens.
Yeah, and now I don't give a shit.
But I will mention, and I mean, this also comes from me being a Jason Statham bitch. I mean, no matter how dumb those action movies are, I always like Jason Statham with his growly British voice. And this scene, without giving too much of it away, is taking place in an airplane where he has to keep a baby safe in the little, carriage while he's just jumping around and doing somersaults and using the baby carriage as a shield against bullets. And he is actually it's almost like a comedy duo. Like, he's having fun, having these back and forths with the baby. Yeah. How's it going, man? And that really brought a lot of levity, and it made the movie feel much lighter because throughout the entire time,
that was the highest point.
Yeah, it was the most fun, the most entertaining one, because if this movie's going to sell itself as just a fun movie, it was taking itself way too seriously. And that was the one scene that I felt that you could see that come above the surface a little bit, but they never went beyond that.
Definitely not. And the acting was way below par than even I've seen in the last films. And just every facial expressions, people, just I
know. Not a single person emotes here.
Not at all. And the crying, if they can get to that point. So you can see them trying
You know that right before these scenes they went, cut! Okay. Family.
That look really serious and then cry.
Just one Indian tear.
I know. Crocodile tear.
Oh my god.
Crocodile tear.
And speaking of the acting, I'm going to go a little bit into the villain, which, as you all know, is the fine as hell Charlize Theron. I feel like every time that Vin Diesel was together with her, his IQ went down by 20 points. Because there's a lot of scenes where he looks so confused, and she throws his ass off by just talking about her evil plans and what she thinks is important. He says, what's important is family. That's not how it works. Yeah. No, it's not. And he's just oh, what? She just turned his whole world upside down. And it's really funny because at least Charlize Theron is trying, but it's she's talking down to him.
I feel she was more prepared for a pop quiz than he was. Yeah. During the entire film, she would have a line, and it'd be something It wasn't even like a creative line,
not at
or
all.
something.
There's no such thing as a creative line.
And it would
here.
cut to Vin Diesel. He does have this puzzle look like, I think I get it. Wait, I don't know. Like, moving on. I'm a badass.
Like, literally every metaphor she used on him went over his head. Just, no, not happening. Oh my god. But going into the other character dynamic that I liked. Okay, so we spoke about this before. There's only so far you can go as to how alpha and how manly a movie can be until it just thresholds and just goes super gay.
Yeah.
And I felt that The Rock and Jason Statham had that so hard. And you see the trailer. I'm going to beat your drum like a Cherokee. I'm going to be dressed like a Cherokee drum.
Oh,
I'm already fucking it up because I'm already like here, like I'm shipping it already. They're obsessed with each other. They're really like basically like just comparing dick sizes all around. It's a
pretty
big,
much the entire time.
It's a big penis contest with them. And you know, at the end of the day, all they want to do is just get in private and fuck. I mean, they got to get rid of that sexual tension somehow. Oh my god, that'd be gross. Just imagine all that beefy and like beefy and sweatiness and all those veins. Bareback Mountain, a whole nother movie with those two.
Oh god.
Bareback Mountain 2.
Whole new meaning to it. Whole new meaning. Man, well, for those fans out there, I just want to say, if you like cars and action sequences, you're gonna be sad. You're gonna have a hard time. What did you think about? There's a crazy chase scene in New York, to try not to give away too much, and there's hundreds of cars in this chase scene, and it is obvious. Clearly CGI, and I've never seen such shoddy CGI in films like this before.
Oh yeah, it was very shiny and way too crispy. It looked really fake. And for a movie that like takes so much joy and just all of these big set pieces and just all this bonanza that they're throwing at the screen, it really didn't sell. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's also just they don't give a fuck about physics, so why should they care about portraying the special effects in any way that's even remotely meaningful? I mean, just off the top of my head, I count like what was it, like twice that Vin Diesel should have been like burned.
Minimal.
You know? Exactly. Like he's in the middle of an exploding, burning car and he's just fine. And there's an explosion without giving him too much. There's a giant, almost nuclear-sized explosion. And he gets saved by everybody else putting the cars in front of him. Like flames would not take up any vacuum outside of
There's
that.
this perfect little bubble. No, even bubble. Like, for some reason, the fire just went sideways. I'm like...
Yeah. It's just Vin Diesel is very fire retarded.
None of the ice melted, did you notice?
None of the ice melted. Yeah, that was the good thing.
Also, I love like when he like just as he's driving his car and he'll like bail and just like get up. Not a scratch. Not a scratch.
Dude, the characters bail out of cars more realistically in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
I was just waiting for that one motherfucker that got it wrong. You see like just a scrid of a face just along the pavement,
right?
You know, and he just comes out like half, like Two-Face, you know, like.
Oh, I know, right?
It's just, you know what? I mean, sure, these movies have
unrealistic moments too.
Yes, no, these movies thrive in this unrealisticness. The last movie before this was really goofy, but it did not take itself seriously. I felt that at least if they're gonna throw all of this at us at the screen, it was more easily bought than in the last movie, because here they took themselves way too seriously. I felt like they were just messing up balancing those two, and yeah, it did not feel genuine at all.
No balance at all whatsoever, and just everything between, just the bad action sequences. I think what I love the most is practical effects. I don't know about you or other fans out there. That's what I really liked about the original films. That's where everything's going now. Like, Mad Max was like the big, marketing, for that. And I gotta have practical, at least a little bit. This one, I not one scene do I think was practical. And even though the original films were bad, looking back now, I mean but they were all pretty much practical. Yeah. This one, absolutely nothing. The acting was shoddy, and the joke sequences were so forced in and just not.
There was jokes.
I mean, they tried.
Yeah, man. There's like, I mean, how about this? Not even. I don't remember a single character like laughing or cracking a smile. I feel the only moments that were funny was when they were making making fun at one of the newbies. But that's just like cruel laughs at someone's expense. Yeah, like you said, there's no acting or any kind of, emoting. There's scenes where Michelle Rodriguez were, in a relationship with Vin Diesel. She should have been devastated. She should have, her whole world must have turned upside down when he left the group and, as you see in the trailers, betrayed them. And the whole time it looks like she was smelling a fart. She has sad eyebrows, so as a default, I guess, but it's not like she was showing her being sad. There is a scene where Vin Diesel has to cry, where it looks like he used eye drops.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was just they weren't invested in the story. It just didn't seem. I don't know when they I feel like the main villain read the script a couple months before, and everyone else is the day all hungover.
I'm a hacker.
What?
Yeah, and I mean, what was that hairstyle she had? Charlize Theron, dreadlocks or something. Yeah. That was really weird.
Yeah, it didn't really fit the character.
I mean, the villain in and of itself is really silly too, because I mean, she has. Everybody says she is an amazing hacker. She can fuck everything up from miles away. But yet she's only using her hacking skills to control cars because there's a lot of those, and control cars.
There's a lot of them.
There's really no hacking that she does that's really impressive. And they do go more deeper into her hacking with another character. I totally forgot her name. Another forgettable character that also does hacking. But it's just them staring at a screen and typing really fast.
Pretty much.
You see nothing that they're doing. It's
you
really
can
meaningless.
do literally anything you want with hacking. Why don't you just hack the nuke?
I know.
Just do it. Don't pretend you can. Just do it.
Oh, man.
So many plot holes just throughout, and just
I know.
Weird action sequences, and just so predictable. I'm trying to watch this film, which is a feat in and of itself. This guy is just. I didn't think it'd get worse, but when he's calling the lines word for word, 3 lines prior.
You know what? Family is a freebie. It's a freebie.
That was a freebie, but it was pretty solid.
That may as well be the name of the actual movie, but I am proud of one, which, it might as well come from personal experience, where 2 guys were competing for one girl, and they're hey, so what do you think?
Which one of us?
Which one of us? She goes, say my name. Oh! I
didn't know her last name.
Away.
The entire... Really? Oh, man.
But you know what, man? At the end of the day, I am really looking forward to a spin-off where they have Jason and a baby, that dude. It's just he has to carry a baby. Imagine
that was a film in and of itself.
I know, right? They could totally make a movie. Imagine that one movie where he has to have adrenaline shots or something. Right. Yeah. But instead of that, he has to keep the baby around them at all times. If anything happens to the baby, it's over. And I don't mean that. Maybe he has I don't know, a bomb trapped to his chest. The baby gets
on the baby's chest.
No, oh shit, that's a whole nother movie. Damn, dude. First video baby killing. I love it.
Love it. Do it.
These are the kinds of things we bring to the table. But yeah, man, what do you say we get started on our ratings? Why don't we give it a quick refresher, really quick, just in case people have to make people
really
going.
Quick refresher. In case you forgot, our rating system goes
from
this.
worst to best.
From worst to best. You motherfucker!
You made me pay for this shit!
That's the worst. I didn't throw up. I had an omelet this morning, but...
Yeah, I had a sandwich. It stayed down.
Stayed down. Rents, Netflix, kind of see it on your own time, but not worth paying for.
Netflix and chill. Just take a break between the good parts.
Other one is see it in theaters. Definitely see it.
Yeah.
Worth the experience. Maybe not a groundbreaking film, but still worth seeing and experiencing.
Absolutely.
Number 5 was...
Get off your ass! Is that homework? Are you working right now? Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? What's this shit?
We're talking IMAX full feature, just groundbreaking film.
We're talking about just grab a random amount of money and throw it at the kiosk.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This
is not about Interstellar.
That's my opinion.
But yeah, so what's your rating?
Okay, I was heavily teetering because I am a good fan of this franchise. I was teetering on you motherfucker, and I didn't throw up. I mean, it's a hairline, and you know, I'm gonna say it now. My rating is I didn't throw up, and the only goddamn thing that saved it was that baby scene.
I feel
that
like
was the best 10 minutes of that film. That I had to like look at my ticket and be like, oh no, it's the same film. Like, where did this come from? Like, the writer woke up.
No man, we need that sitcom, Jason and the Baby.
Yeah,
coming soon to Fox. Okay, so my rating. I was also teetering, but you know what? Even though I was yawning and stretching the entire time, I was not angry. I was not.
I literally thought you were gonna walk out. I was really surprised you didn't.
I just didn't care, man. I did not care for anything that was going on in the screen. The action scenes were very average. There was nothing that really came out as original or anything I have not seen before. And I mean, sure, maybe the fans that have kept it going, you know, it's a cult following at this point because goddamn, those movies are getting to some weird territory. I'm still looking forward to Fast and Furious in space. That shit's happening. I have to give it I didn't throw up, man.
Okay.
I did not throw up. I was just not full of bile for this movie as much as you are.
I'm really surprised you didn't say you motherfucker because I mean, yeah, the entire time I saw you just you were gripping on the iron like
I'm saving motherfuckers for those movies that deserve.
Like, I see why they had a stroke advertisement before this. Now I see why. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, man.
Although, okay, so that's our rating. I'm gonna do one huge spoiler really quick. So if you want to cut off now for a second, do so now.
Listen to
him. Fuck you for naming the kid Brian. Fuck you, you piece of shit. That was not okay writing. Really, you had to stoop that low. You almost got a you motherfucker rating for that. Almost. That baby is so adorable. All right.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm
you want me to get you something?
All right. For everyone else, if you stayed around or whatever, please follow us. We are on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. We'll have this here. And then we're also on Facebook. Website we're building up. We're trying to get something together, so it's not a complete pile of shit.
Yeah,
it's a
good, it's a good bare bones.
Apart from that, anything else, Mario?
Absolutely not. This movie did not make me throw up. That's a compliment. Goodbye, people.
Good night.
Later.